We're live.
We're live. Hi, everybody. I hope you guys are having a great evening. I know it's really weird. Everybody probably thought it was a lie that I was actually going to. It has been such a long time, but I'm so excited to be here. It's been a long day, but a very good day. We had a fun event for Easter at church where we got to walk with Jesus through all these events. It was super fun. I got to be a part of it, and Wendy got to be a part of it. And then we were like, well, let's just end our day with a perfect little sprint. So it's going to be so nice. But Wendy, would you like to introduce yourself and tell us what you're reading tonight and tell us a little bit about yourself and your channel?
I'm so excited to have another sprint with Leah.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just hangout time for us. So,
We don't see much now.
I am reading Ready or Not.
I'm
so
excited.
excited because I've wanted to read this for so long, and it's spring, so it's the perfect time. And I loved her other book. So I'm definitely excited about this.
I'm so excited that you're reading that because you will absolutely love it. I love, well, because of her other book, but her writing is just so good. I don't know about the other book, but I just feel like she does an inner monologue so well. Like her character just is so hilarious. I wish my inner thoughts were that funny, but I don't really feel like I have a funny inner monologue.
I think you're funny.
Or that's witty inside. Well, maybe in real life, but not in my mind.
Yeah.
But that's great. I love that you're reading that. I'm excited. I'm reading Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins. And that is, I think, the fifth installment of her books. Yeah. And it is very good. Do not sleep on this book. I know everybody is probably like, well, we're over Hunger Games. I was telling someone about it recently and they're like, that's just in the past. That would be if they made a new Harry Potter. And I'm like, it would be amazing. That would be awesome. But it's very, very good. It gives Haymitch's point of view. And it's funny because in the movies, you kind of don't like him really that much at the beginning. And then through as the movies, you really get to know him more. You like him, but you get his whole backstory. So it's very, very good. I'm excited.
I'm excited. I'm on the third one, so I'll probably read that at some point this month. I'm working my way through them because I've never read them. But I have watched the movies, but I just felt like reading them.
The movies are always not as good as the books. The books always have so much more detail. But if you are here, please let us know and comment what you are reading tonight. I'm going to throw up our banner, and so we can all talk about what we're reading. It's been a while since I have done this.
It's okay.
I might take a few minutes to figure it all out again.
Everybody's somewhat trained anyway to know what to put. So it's kind of like a moot point.
You kind of do it. You don't really need to be prompted to tell us what you're reading, but there's a banner if you're someone who really needs that. But we have Grandma Susan.
Hello, Grandma Susan.
She is always a tried and true.
I know. I can always count on you.
Yeah. And she reads. Not all of us actually read on our sprints. I know. But she said, I'm excited about this sprint with you too. Thank you. Oh, we're excited too. Hello, Jen. So excited for sprints. What are you on, Jen? The 25th book of the month. I hear you're a fast reader.
Is on Just for the Summer. She finished yours truly last sprint.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Also, update. I finished Say You'll Remember Me. 5 stars. It was so good. I will say there is a dementia trigger. So just be very cautious of that. But overall, I thought it was so emotional, so raw, so good. So definitely run out.
And it was pretty much closed door. And I was very impressed about that. So if you have been concerned about Spice and Abby's books, I am honestly impressed by her growth as a writer. I feel like she doesn't feel it has to be in there as much.
I agree.
And this one, it was barely in there, and it was pretty much, I think, all closed door. Easily you could skip it. And so that just really made me happy.
It really made me feel almost like a Sarah Adams book, because if you remember in the rule book, her and maybe even Beg, Borrow, and Steal, there are moments, but they're not super explicit, and they're tastefully done, and they're also mapped out so you know where they are. And I just felt like it kind of felt like reading a Sarah Adams. I didn't have to worry so much about it, and I do like that Abby is leaning towards more emotional, deep writing, which I appreciate. It's really great. Emily's Excellent Epics. What an alliteration. I love it. Sunrise on the Reaping is not in stock at any Barnes & Noble within 100 miles from me. Listen, go on Hoopla.
Yeah, it was on ours. But not every library has that.
That's true. Not every library might have it, but Hoopla may have it. I know mine, I think, has both the e-reader and the audiobook. So definitely try it. It is very, very good, but I'm very sorry for you. I mean, worst case scenario, cashed in some Kindle points. I was able to buy a book recently with like Kindle points, and I was so excited about it. I was like, yes, this is like nothing now.
Tammy.
Went from like, I think $12 to like $6. Hi, Tammy. Yay. She says, yay, 2 of my faves doing sprints. I'm so excited. Leah, I have missed your face. I have missed all of you. If you are wondering where I went, I have been working full time and I have not been able to Marco back as quickly or make videos as much. I am a substitute teacher, so I'm trying to like really get towards the end of the year and get a lot of jobs and do that. So if you were wondering where I've been, that's where I've been.
Yeah.
And also, if you've been wondering why my voice sounds really weird for like the past month, my voice is still recovering from a concert I went to back in March. That's 34 people. Apparently, it takes a long time for your body to like bounce back now. I'm listening to Some Like It Scott by Pepper Bashman. Is that like a play on Some Like It Hot with Marilyn Monroe from like a long time ago? It's an old movie. Great narration and extra dimension to the characters. That's amazing, Grandma Susan. I'm so excited for you to read that. Sounds fun. I'm waiting for my copy of Say You'll Remember Me to arrive. Anticipating a new book is so much fun. Mine came like the day it was released, and I was so excited. It was just like, it feels like Christmas or your birthday. What is like a book, Wendy, that you were so, other than Abby, that you were so anticipating that when it came, you were just like so excited to open it?
Onyx Storm.
That's exactly what I was thinking too. Onyx Storm, there was so much like fandom. It literally felt like New Year's.
Christmas. I literally was like walking out in the snow every few hours, like stalking the mailman.
Yeah, I remember that. And I think
I was trying to shovel my driveway because we had like several feet of snow and I thought he wasn't going to come. So I made a box to stick out by my mailbox and said, please leave it in this box if you can't make it up the driveway. And that sweet man walked up our driveway to deliver my book. And he didn't know it was my book, but I was pretty happy about it.
That is amazing. That's like huge dedication on both sides. Because I feel like you were like so ready. And
that's
like,
how much I wanted that book.
Yeah. I would just bribe them. Like if I really, around Christmas time, I use Amazon so much that I just like bribe them because I know that they don't want to walk up and put it on my porch. They usually put it by my garage, which then gets like rained on or snowed on, whatever. So I just like, sometimes I'll leave treats in like a basket for people to take.
Do you know what? I have tried that for Christmas and they didn't take them. I put out treats and snacks and water bottles for mail people for Christmas and no one wanted it. They didn't grab any of it.
Well, I do know now that they don't like the healthy snacks because I put like Debbie cakes in there and I think they were oatmeal pies.
No, I had lots of variety. I had
crazy
like
to me.
pop, I had waters, I had protein bars.
Soda? That's amazing. I just
had protein bars.
That's what I did. I had like one time I did oatmeal pies and water bottles. And I left them independently on the porch and just with a sign that said thank you. And everybody got those and that was great. But then there was one time that I got like protein bars like you're talking about. I think they were like Nature Valley and like nobody ate them. So then I started getting kind of like passive aggressive about it. Like, well, no, it's just aggressive. I would wait for them to come and I would just open the door and be like, here. Like some people still didn't want it.
I was just like, fine, I'll take my snacks back.
I ended up like sending them. Well, no, I don't think I sent them to school. My kids weren't going to school at the time. I think this was like some last year. And then this year I did it, but with different stuff. But anyway, they didn't care. It was hilarious. All right. Shell Moore.
Hello, Shelly.
Lee. I love it. Hello, lovely friends. I am trying to finish Secret Garden so I can finish redeeming 6. Then who knows what I will pick up next. I'm so excited for you. I wish Keisha was here to see that you're reading her favorite book, Secret Garden. She has like,
it's Hannah's book club pick this month.
Oh.
But I read it last year, so I'm just not in the mood to read it again.
Did you like it? I feel like you
I
didn't.
loved it. I gave it 5
Did you?
stars.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay. What was I
It's
thinking?
definitely worth reading.
I'm thinking of maybe Peter Pan. I think you
No,
didn't.
Peter Pan was a bust.
Yeah, you didn't love that. I was thinking, unless you read a classic, she didn't love. It's an audio only on Hoopla. Yeah. And I can't listen to audiobooks if it's my first time reading a book. My mind wanders too much for that. Funny that you should say that because I feel like my mind wanders more when I'm reading physically.
Same.
When I'm listening to an audiobook, I feel like I'm more engaged. Now, when I'm tandem reading, I'm like locked in. But like
it depends where I'm at. Like if I'm really in a scene in a book, I can tune people out, but I find obviously I prefer physically reading. I just get more of an experience out of it, but if I'm around the kids, I prefer audio because it's so loud. I get so distracted like so many times.
yeah, I totally agree. And I love audio too because like you said, you can do more. Like sometimes when like if my house is clean and everything's good, I can sit down and focus on a book and read slow. But I feel like with audiobook, I'm like, I'm doing so many things and this is so productive and it just feels so good. I was like, is that Megan? Is that our Megan? But it's not. I am so excited to see what all you guys are reading. I loved that story, Wendy, about your book delivery. I remember that story. And I think you even posted like a
I
picture.
did.
That was great. Hello,
Jules.
friends. Hi, Jules. Jules is the best. I'm going to be doing some editing tonight. Jules, you make all of us look bad because she is so good at posting videos. Legitimately so good. I'm like so proud of her. I wish I could be like her. I'm not. I think my last video was like a month ago. I need to get better.
I was
Jules,
in the middle of watching that. I love cozies.
yay, I love that. Is she doing like a cozy vlog or something?
Yeah.
That's
Food
awesome.
cozies.
Ooh, I love when people just as creative ideas for all of you YouTubers. I love when people read cozies and make recipes from them. I find that to be
Yes.
so cozy. Hannah does that a lot too, or not even like that it has to be in the book, but she'll do like a cozy vlog and she'll be reading and then baking on the weekend. I love videos like that.
I think that she says she's gonna make a peach cobbler. I haven't gotten to that part yet.
I thought this was our Megan, but it's not. This we have a best friend named Megan, and I was like, she's actually on YouTube because she never gets on to watch anything. So I
Look,
was
her
shook.
cat looks like Bean.
No, literally, let me show you. I just took a
Your
picture.
cat looks just like Leah's cat.
They are twins. Let me show
Except
you.
Leah's cat's really fat.
It is really fat. Of course, I deleted the picture right when I need to show somebody. I don't know if I have another picture of Bean, but he's also the same exact cat as yours, adorable and has the little like white on his.
Just bring him on next sprint.
I know. I'm gonna grab him. He hates that, by the way, but I'll do it because it's funny. Leah, it is pronounced Shelly.
Yes.
Okay, I said Shelly.
It's okay. I don't think you heard me saying it, but yeah, it's Shelly.
Shelly. Thank you very much for telling me. It's like my name is Leah Beth, but some people call me LaBeth. I never correct them, so good for you. Thank you,
Leah
Grandma.
Beef.
Leah Beef. Oh my gosh. I don't know if anybody knows this, but well, Jules does. One time I tried to make my YouTube name different and I was trying to like fix it. And instead of like fixing it, I renamed myself Leah Beef accidentally. And then I couldn't change it for 2 weeks. So I was Leah Beef for 2 weeks on YouTube and everybody was probably really confused.
That's still the funniest thing ever.
It was like a low time in my life. I was like so upset to go to my YouTube channel every time. It was hilarious. I love that. My guy passed away, but he was the best.
Oh,
So sorry, Megan. I lost my cat last year and it was very sad. I hate that for you. I'm really sorry. Leah Beef.
good times.
And I don't remember how, but Jessie was on a sprint with me. And
Yeah.
she, like,
I think it was your birthday sprint.
I think it was my birthday sprint. So you can go back and look, but she made like a graphic and everything with Leah
It
Beef.
was the best.
It was like a beaver. It was so funny.
With like a foam hand.
I know. I love it so much. Oh my gosh. All right, guys. So it is 8:14. Let's see how long we want to read. I was thinking like top of the hour, which is kind of a long sprint.
That's great for me. I always do
Yeah.
45.
I was thinking that too. So let's do like top of the hour. Let me get rid of this comment, Jules.
Because I have to like get my kids to bed and all those things. So I read like 20 minutes of that.
Yes, I agree. Like me and Wendy, we have jobs to do during this time. We don't get to read the entire time. But let's do that. And guys, it's been a hot minute since I have shared a screen on here. But let's hope it goes well.
Do you present?
Nothing could be as bad as the one
when you froze.
Freezing. Still my favorite ever. Okay, let's see. Oh, I'm going to make it big. Hold on. All right, everybody. Happy reading.
Living with opioid addiction can be a struggle, trapped in a cycle of opioid use, withdrawal, and cravings.
Okay. I was like, I forget everything.
That's so funny.
Do you see my panic? I don't remember what to do. My computer is making a really weird noise. So I'm just going to like lift it up here for a second. It sounds like it's struggling. It needs oxygen. It needs life support.
You need one of those like things that have a fan under it.
Yes, I actually need to prop it up on something because it's making a sound that sounds wheezy. It's like
Tom used to have this it like plugged into the laptop and it goes underneath and it's like a little fan.
Yes, that's exactly what I need. All right, I'm going to prop it up on this. Hopefully it helps a little bit. But hi, how did you do during your reading time?
I read 8 pages.
Well, I figured this whole thing. Did you really? No. Are you serious?
Guys, almost the whole time I was getting my kids to bed, I called it. I sat down with 20 minutes left, although I did also make tea, and then I read 8 pages because I got distracted. But
I understand. The struggle is real. I read, let's see. I started out, I think, at like 51% and in the Sunrise Over the Reaping, and now I'm at did I say 60? Let me see. Yeah, 60. I'm at 68. So I don't know how many pages that translates to because I'm in the audiobook. So I felt like I read a lot in the sense that
that's a lot.
Yeah, I listened, like I just walked around and listened while I was doing some other things. So it is so good. Like I hate spoiling books. So I'm going to try to be careful. But it goes through basically something happens to where he's not supposed to really be reaped. And then something happens to where he is. And he is in this, like, it's so opposite from the other games because I feel like there's so much camaraderie in this book that there wasn't in other books with this, in this series. So I really like it. And Haymitch himself is such like a bad guy. Like he's just like, he's not a bad guy, but he's like, I'm going to stick it to the Capitol. Like just, it's so cool. So I really like it. I mean, obviously that's not a spoiler to know he's reaped, right? Because the whole book is about him.
I mean, I don't think so, since when it starts in Hunger Games, we already know that.
I mean, we already know that. Right. We already know he's been reaped.
So if you've never read or watched any Hunger Games, that may be a spoiler.
I mean,
but also that was 20 years ago, so it's kind of
that was literally. I feel like the statute of limitations for you to be annoyed with me is over. If I did spoil it for you, that's kind of like saying, I don't know how the Sound of Music ended. I'm sorry for you. You've just been living under a rock.
Yeah, I don't remember the parts talking about Haymitch's background in Hunger Games. I obviously watched it, but when I went back to read it, it does talk about how he, is obviously depressed. And on the show, I feel like they just show him drunk all the time and they don't really explain why. Yeah. In the book, you kind of have a better understanding of why he's like that. Yeah. And they even have like a scene where they're watching back old Hunger Games shows and they want to watch Haymitch's season. Yeah. And they're like, we just won't tell him because he doesn't want us to watch it or whatever. So I don't remember that in the movie at all.
I don't think that was in the movie that I recall. I don't remember.
If it was, I just forgot it.
What I really like about this one is I don't know, like his goal changes kind of constantly. So like, well, not his goal. His goal doesn't change, but the way he approaches his goal changes a lot. So it's like very fluid and exciting. And it has a lot of like action so far. So from the beginning, I was like hooked. And also, do you remember, I mean, this isn't a spoiler because if you like the movies have been out forever, but Madge, do you remember Madge was also in like one, I think it was like maybe Hunger Games 3, where she was also a past winner and comes back. Do you remember that? Her story, a little bit of her backstory is explained too. So a lot of the people I think that you saw in Hunger Games 2 come back. And so it's pretty cool. I like it a lot. But let us know how far that you got into your book. Wendy, you can start. You said 8 pages, but can you tell me, are you liking it? Because that is definitely a favorite of mine.
It's only 8 pages.
I know, but do you feel like it's gonna? But you tell me all the time, I can be like one chapter in and I have the 5-star feeling.
Well, no. I feel like that doesn't happen very often.
That's only with fantasy.
Like, it's been very rare where I've started a book and I just know.
Yeah.
It usually takes a while. That's a very rare occurrence.
I think it was Quicksilver that you said that
Quicksilver,
about.
yeah.
It was that one, and there was one other one, Just for the Summer, Naturally. I think those were the 2 books that I think you said that you knew, right? It was going to be
Yeah,
like
it's usually a fantasy.
Yeah.
But it's funny so far.
That's really good. I love, like, her inner monologue in the book is just the most exciting part. Somebody did ask me about the ambiance. It is called Soothing, not Soothe, but Soothing Summer Rain. I actually, fun fact about me, I have to listen to rain sounds to go to sleep usually. So it's really nice and calming to have on, like, for the nighttime too.
But is that pink or purple or white or brown?
Oh yeah. If you didn't know, I forget which sprint you were on. Was it with Jessie?
It was mine.
It was your sprint. So Wendy has a fun sprint where we talked about the different colored noises. So who
That
knew
was funny.
that there's brown noise, pink noise, red noise, kaleidoscope colored noise. Who knows? There's all kinds of noises that reduce stress and reduce anxiety. So find them on Spotify. Shameless plug. Laura Hall, hello all, joining in a bit late. That's okay. Already into the first sprint, just finished The Unexpected Mrs. Polifax. Awesome. That actually sounds kind of historical fiction-y. It might be, let me know. Going to start The Grace of Wild Things, I'm assuming, by Heather Fawcett. That's great. Sounds exciting. Spilling the Drills. That's cool. Hello all. I'm reading from Blood and Ash currently. Me and Wendy say it all the time. That is on our TBR.
It's so long. There's so many books. That's the only reason I've taken so long.
Yeah. This probably is wrong, but I was told, and someone can correct me if I'm wrong, that Jennifer Armentrout actually hails from West Virginia. And she has been in like the local author section at our Barnes & Noble many times. So
no idea, but
you can tell me if I'm wrong, but I think that might be a thing. Hi, Books and Jams. Krista, right? Krista. I always want to call you Kristen. Hello, lovelies. Just hopping on late because I finally finished my taxes. It's all sent in and done. Phew. Tax season. Man, you're getting a late start, I think, right? Like, that is kind of a late start. But hey, whatever gets you to your tax refund, you go, girl. I saw this meme. It cracked me up. It was like this guy who was side-eyeing somebody. And it said, like, you know, my tax return just came in, $9,000. And his boss is yelling at him. And he's like, watch it. Like, because he's like ready to quit his job now that he got his tax return. I love that.
You were right. It says Jennifer Armentrout lives in Shepherdstown, West Virginia.
Yes. And she was, I believe she was born there. So she's a local author to us because we're from West Virginia. So I thought that was amazing to find out. I actually had a fact right. That never happened.
Yeah, it's funny because it says all the rumors you've heard about her state aren't true. So I wonder what the rumors are. Well, when she's not hard at work, she spends her time watching really bad zombie movies.
I think the rumor was that she was from Pennsylvania because there was a lot of people that, or not Pennsylvania. Was it Pennsylvania or Virginia? There was like rumors that she was from a different state that was going around.
I had no idea.
We own her. We have her as the best author in our state. We need more fandom in West Virginia. Kristen Haman. I had a salad and baked potato for dinner and cuddled with my blind cat. And also read a few pages of my book, reading The Other Side of Lost by Jessie Kirby. Your cat. That's so sweet. Aw. I love kitty cats. I'm sure that's challenging, though, to be a blind cat. I don't think I've heard of that. That would be difficult. Wasn't it Wendy's dog? He was going blind. Poor Wendy.
She had like brain injury.
The worst luck with pets, except now she finally has Oakley, who's a golden retriever, right? Who is in perfect health. Knock on wood. Got to 224 of 328. Go Emily's excellent epics. I love that. So she reads epics. What was it that we were talking about? Like epic fantasy. Maybe she reads epic fantasy. Me and Wendy didn't know it was like a thing. And now we know what epic fantasy means. Brandon Sanderson is an example of epic fantasy. Am I right?
I think so. Some of his, not all of his.
Yeah. Jen read 35 pages of Just for the Summer. Loving it, of course. Oh my gosh. If you have not picked that book up by Abby Jimenez, please do so. It is such a great, like, you know how you feel when you watch a 90s rom-com and you just leave so happy and satisfied and full-hearted. That's how that book just made me feel. Like I watched an old movie that I loved, like 10 Things I Hate About You, right? And just you're just like, oh, I just love it. Shelly Moore. I am 66% into The Secret Garden. I love that. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that whole book like symbolism of your inner landscape, like your mind, like how you deal with trauma? Or is it actually a garden, an actual garden?
I don't think the whole thing is like that, but it has a lot of grief undertones.
Like parallels. Okay. Hi, Anna. Hello. I have been reading This is Happiness by Niall Williams. He is an Irish author. So good. So Anna is our like intelligence read person. She reads all of these amazing, intelligent, deep, philosophical, life like enhancing or enriching books. And so she's really worth checking out on Goodreads. All of her like books that she has read, I have actually added quite a few recently because they're all very good. She's also a minimalist. So she has a lot of insight onto that and reads a lot of books about that. So you should definitely check her out on Goodreads. What's her Instagram? Our Simple Woods? I think it is.
Yeah.
She also has a minimalist inspired and faith-based Instagram called Our Simple Woods. I got no editing done. Jules, that's shocking to me because you're so on it. Signed up for Escape the Readathon and was perusing the Discord. That's awesome. You reminded me I need to join the Lassies. If you do not know, Wendy is in the middle of a readathon. Well, no, it's not started yet, but she is going to be. Yeah, it's starting in May. Do you want to just plug it real quick so everybody knows what to do?
There's just 3 different teams, and 2 of them are working to save a certain booktuber, and 1 is working to not save them. Mm-hmm. And the first person to reach 250 points gets to decide what happens to that fate of the booktuber. So you work as a team to reach that with prompts and books. Yeah. It's going to be fun.
And I think it is My Bookish Cottage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maddie from My Bookish Cottage. She is the main host of this readathon. It's called Mayhem and Murder?
It's Mystery and Mayhem.
Mystery and Mayhem, and it is a month-long readathon. So definitely join that. I'm going to go do that later. Join the Lassies, which is the one that Wendy is co-hosting. Sunrise on the Reaping. I know it's definitely getting like there have been pockets of emotional moments, but it's more so just like if you just wanted to be like a rebel rouser and make change happen, it's one of those exciting, empowering books. I read 24 pages in Summer in the City, and it's picking up. I'm only on page 50 of 292. Megan, listen. Instagram wants me to read this book because every other scroll is about this author. I've never heard of this book until I've been on Instagram scrolling, and it's like, the author of Summer in the City has a Barnes & Noble party, and the author of Summer in the City is walking around New York. Like, it's literally like every other scroll. So tell me how it is, because apparently the fates are trying to get me to read this book. Jules, that sounds like a fun readathon. I don't know anything about that readathon.
I thought about checking it out. I'm going to see how in-depth it is.
Escape the Readathon. I'm not a good escape room person. Are you?
I've never done it.
I have done it 3 times, and all 3 times I was just kind of like dead weight. And like I had no bearing on the outcome. Emily, I'm toying with doing Escape the Readathon, but I don't understand how it works. Have you done it before, Jules? I'm sure she has, and she can definitely enlighten you. I'm on page 250 of From Blood and Ash. It's picking up. I'm really liking Hawk. Hawk, he makes me giggle. Very cool. No pink noise. We were all talking about the different types of noise. Like you were like, oh, you must like white noise because I like a fan. But there have been times that people have played me white noise and it sounds really like high frequency.
If it's on a phone, it's probably very artificial.
Yeah, maybe that's like I need real white noise. Did I miss? No. Okay. Laura, I love the Miss Polifax series. What did you think of the first one? Polifax. You need to figure out what that is. Emily's excellent pick. She's responding. Yes, I did it last year and it was super fun. You just pick a team to be on and basically read books for points. Sounds awesome. Unless you're part, well, I was going to say unless. If you are part of the Night Owls, which is also Gwendolyn Kinsinger's YouTube, she also does a lot of readathons that are for points and they're exciting and they're teams. And it's fun, but you're also like literally competing. Like it gets serious. So if you are a serious competitor, like definitely join her Patreon because she does a lot of competitive readathons. Yeah, since I have been monetized and have Patreon, I no longer get a return. Oh, okay. Have to pay big bucks. Boo. Never motivated to get them done early anymore. I understand. I have family that's the same way. They're like, well, we have a business, so we don't really get a lot back, and it kind of stinks for them. So I hate that for you. Just for the Summer has a good depiction of disassociation from trauma. I agree with you. I think that she writes with psychologists, right? Like psychologists give her assistance in writing different books in different parts, sensitivity training. So she does a lot of really good in-depth like understanding of how people have emotional trauma and how they can deal with it as an adult. So those are great books for that. Krista, I inherited stocks from my parents. Lucky you, girlfriend. I can never predict how much I will owe each year now. Ugh. So basically, like the richer you are, the more difficult tax season can become for you. I'm very sorry for that. Go team masterminds, except that's not the team Wendy's on, but that's okay. I think that is the team Jules is on, right? Yeah. Masterminds. Yes. Go Jules. Go Lassies, go Jules, go team masterminds. This is giving Survivor, where we were talking about all the different Survivor tribes and we were like, go team low key or whatever. Emily's excellent picks. Response again. Escape the Readathon is similar concept as Mystery and Mayhem, just teams reading for points. I love the team aspect because by myself, I would always sink and fail.
I also like this because you can kind of just incorporate what you're already reading.
Yeah, I agree. It's really nice to just be able to hop into a readathon and just incorporate what you're already cooking and reading. Summer in the City is so pretty. By the way, that's a new thing right now. That's a phrase I learned in school, substitute teaching. What's cooking? That's what the kids say. Like, oh, that'll be good for what you're cooking. Like, that's what they say, like in place of what you're doing. So I'm already starting to pick up lingo from
now
that.
I'm going to get all of these teeny bopper phrases coming out of Leah. She already tries to dress like a teenager.
Then they come in, they're like, hey, what's cooking? Or they're like, what are you cooking? And that's like a phrase right now.
Both of my kids call me bro. And I'm like, stop.
Oh, it's not bro, it's brah.
Yeah.
It's brah. Yeah. And it's like all the time now. Or another thing they say at school is that cooks, as in like, that's cool. Oh, that cooks. And I'm like, what the heck? Anyway, that had no bearing on this comment. Summer in the City is so pretty. Is it like a lot? I love How I Met Your Mother, which is a lot like it's a TV show, but it has so many settings and like talks about New York. I love the idea of New York. So is it like imagery ridden where it has a lot of like detail about what it's like to live in New York and the buildings and how it looks? Because I would probably enjoy that. A woman in her 60s decides she is tired of her sedate life and wants to finally be a spy. So she goes to the CIA and asks for a job. I mean, kudos to her because they're not hiring ever. And like, how does that happen? The CIA is so like specific and the FBI about who they hire. Brah. Tell me about it. It is literally like, that's all I hear all day is brah. It's ridiculous. I don't like it. My kids say, oh, Dad, you got roasted. It's so hilarious. Naya says bruh too. I made fun of her.
You missed some comments.
I did miss some comments.
I was going to say, what happened?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know what happened. Okay. But I noticed as soon as I got to the bottom, it did occur that I missed some comments. And I hate that when people miss my comments because they're usually very like crafted to be funny. And I'm like, oh, you missed my funny comment. I won't even try an escape room because I know I would be the dead weight. Same. I did an escape room with my husband and I kind of just feel like he was there by himself. But then he was really nice and he was like, right? Like, oh, don't you think that's how it should be? And then I'll be like, yeah. And I'll be like, oh, good idea. Like trying to like make me feel like it was my idea, but it wasn't.
I would never do it. It's like my worst nightmare.
Like, or Tyler would be like, oh, don't you think that like the clue might be in here? And then he has me look and then I look and he's like, great idea to look in there. And I'm like, it wasn't my idea at all. Thank you for being my hype coach. Wendy, are you doing Ready or Not now? It's so good. I like how it's different than other rom-coms. See, Wendy, if Anna can read it, we're good. We had an incident happen today where someone, we were at church and someone got a peek at our books and I panicked and word vomited and just said a lot of things.
She literally doesn't even know what she's saying. Like, she's just like, I feel like Leah sometimes feels like she just has to fill the void. She just throws things out. I'm like, what? Like, what are you even saying?
I was like, it's so clean.
I'm like, it literally says it has spice.
Sometimes I think
on Fable.
Sometimes I think I talk from this perspective of already thinking I know what someone's thinking, but I don't because that's impossible. But that's so funny. But it doesn't happen often. You can give me that. I don't do that too often. Right, Wendy?
Okay, whatever you say.
I really liked that. Miss Halifax was so funny and resourceful. I am looking forward to reading more. Funny and resourceful. It definitely sounds like historical fiction, but correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, here we go. Miss Halifax is a series by Dorothy Gilman. The first book was written in the 60s, I believe. Okay, awesome. I love that. And I'm not rich since I'm a special ed teacher. I love that about you, Emily. Oh my gosh, I work in special education too. Often, I absolutely love it. Those stocks are meant to help for when and if I can ever retire. Currently, the law is I won't be able to retire until 67. I know my mom is in the current throes of hating that rule as well. But that's amazing for you. I substitute teach and I do special education all the time. I absolutely love it. It is amazing. So much respect for you. A woman in her 60s. You read that. I think we're caught up to the end. Wait a second. One more. High school special ed teacher. I hear bra and ops all the time. Yep. That's how it goes. I'm trying to think of other things I've heard that are really funny, but I'll think about them and come back.
I don't know. Addison says what'd she say? Oh, she loves to say she's preppy.
Yes.
I'm like, I'm so preppy. I'm like, that used to be an insult when I was in school.
It really was an insult. I do hear too now, like, oh, like cap or no cap all the time instead of true or false. So it makes me, it makes me feel so old. No, it definitely does. It's weird.
I'll try to say something back to her to be really funny. And she's like, just stop.
When you try to be funny or try to like talk with them in that way, they just cringe.
Yeah, I try to just be ridiculous because she seems ridiculous to me. And she'll just be like, just stop.
Now, next time something awesome happens, just be like, that cooks, Addison, that cooks. And just what she does.
Oh, yeah, they say slay a lot now.
Slay. Oh, I know. I swear I hear that every day. Slay, girl.
Slay.
I'm like, can we just not?
And then when it comes out of your 10-year-old's mouth, you're like.
Yeah, it's like awkward. I do not like it. I agree. Super weird. All right. Shall we do another sort of longish sprint? That's what I'm thinking because I feel like I get really immersed.
I would like to read more than 8 pages.
I'm thinking we go to like 10 after. Does that sound good to you? Yeah. All right. So let me figure out how to get my ambiance up again. Let's hope it works. Here it is. Let me get that comment out of the way. Can you tell I haven't done this in a while?
It's okay.
Oh, wait, there's more comments. Let me get that banner out of the way. Okay, now we're set. And let me turn our ambience on. An actor. Hello. I had to move.
Is Ellie in your bed?
Yeah. Kiddos are in bed. And so we're good. Move to make room for them. Trying to figure out which comment I left out on. I think it was this one. Okay. Anyway, how did you do? Did you do good that sprint?
Just like a couple chapters.
I mean, it is what it is.
I Marco Tammy a bunch, and then I was eating my snacks.
That's so funny. What are you eating?
It's like spinach and artichoke dip with crackers.
Ooh, that actually sounds really, really good. Well, I might have one more sprint in me. Do you?
Yeah.
All right, awesome. So we can do that. I got not very far in my book because maybe like 2% more because I had to quickly shower my oldest daughter. So, and that's my cat. I fed him and he's not happy with the portion.
Hey, we haven't seen him. Show him.
That's true. Come here, Beanie. Let me see if I can.
He wants to make his appearance.
He really doesn't want to, but I'm going to make him. And also excuse my appearance. All right, Beanie. Are you ready to be world famous?
Bean! Look at his face. He's such a grumpy looking face.
He's like, I hate that. Like, hi, everybody.
I love it.
He's such a, like, once you get to know him, he's a sweetie. But until you get to know him, you're just like, he's always grumpy. He's like,
he just has that face. Like,
and
he just has a grumpy face.
He does. He's like, I can't be bothered.
It's really
he knows I'm just showing. Oh, he doesn't want to leave. He knows I'm just showing him off, and he's like not a fan of it. But he's going to stay on my lap. Hopefully, he doesn't jump up on my computer. But let's see what all of you guys got into.
Oh, yeah, you said what you read. Never mind.
Yeah, so I'm still reading Sunrise on the Reaping. I will say that things are happening. It's really, really good. Like, it is intense.
I've heard people are like emotionally destroyed at the end, so
I could see that. Like, there have been a lot of emotional things thus far, and it's actually kind of shocking me because for like a young adult book, I just wasn't expecting that. You know, it's like a lot of emotions, and I was kind of shocked.
Like, people are just bawling.
Yeah, I could see that because there's just a lot happening, and there's a lot of emotions. And when you involve, you know, the lives of very young people that haven't even had a chance to live, and you're going through all of those emotions of like how they have no choice but to be in this horrible situation, it just really does make you feel things. But I do like the way they're painting President Snow in this book. Just feels different to me. I'm not going to give it away. I'm not going to spoil it, but there's just something different about him. He's not as menacing. Maybe he's almost weakened. I like it. Okay. Slay was big 2 years ago. A lot of things were very popular 2 years ago that are coming back. I feel like things are all just circling back. You know, the bucket hat, the flared jeans, certain types of high-rise stuff. Like it wasn't super trendy when it came out. Like specifically cropped pants were very popular about 2 years ago, and they didn't catch on. And then now everybody is wearing cropped pants. Like it just hit. Let's see. Wendy, I found a picture of you and me with Grandpa the other day. You looked just like Addison. Oh, we definitely have to see that. That's so cute. And if you notice, my voice has dropped several octaves. It does that at night. I feel like I just got hoarser all of a sudden. I'm like, rah. Beat my face for putting on makeup. What?
I don't know.
Okay. Oh, she might be talking about how in reference to like Slay. That's hilarious. Okay. Thank you for the reading time. I'll be checking out now. God bless and happy reading. Thank you, Shelly. No reading done. I was watching
Mr. Pop Zit.
I have no
idea. Where they
idea.
pop zits on YouTube?
Ew, is that where they pop zits?
Yeah, I think that's what that is.
My husband, he can watch anything, and this is really gross, and everyone's going to judge him, but I judge him, so it's okay. He enjoys watching on occasion like earwax cleansing videos where they like actually take a machine and get all the earwax, and he's like, it's so satisfying. I'm like, you're weird.
That's gross.
Yeah, he thinks that like, I don't know, watching certain procedures like, you know, I guess not zip popping, but just for him specifically.
I like to watch chiropractor videos and them like get cracked. Yeah.
They traumatize me. I don't know if anyone's seen this. This is not necessarily about chiropractic stuff, but it's a little bit of a jump. But has anybody seen the TikTok guy who can hit you in a certain way and you fall asleep immediately? It's like he's like
no,
this.
that sounds scary.
And he does it different to each people. Like it could be all kinds of different ways, but he'll just come up and like hit you 5 different ways, kind of like a chiropractor would get you back into shape within like those quick jerky movements. He does that and he'll line people up like it's a church service. And he's like, boom, bah, boom. And they like just like fall asleep.
That's so scary.
It's called like releasing energy or whatever. But I'm just like, that's crazy to me. I definitely I kind of want to be involved and do it one time just to say that that happened to me. Made it to 40% in just for the summer. Ooh,
You're flying.
You are. And the book is getting good. I think I'm going to turn on another light because I feel like I'm really dark. Made it to page 90. I literally just started this book. So it's a quick read. Good. Yep. I love that. I love when it's like just vibing and you're going fast and it's a quick read. I feel like that's why I love cozies, because I feel like they go by really quickly and I feel accomplished when I'm reading one. Other books don't really fly by for me, except for maybe some young adult books. He's a cute cat. My cat had a grumpy face too. Yeah, they look very similar. My cat, though, I don't know if you can tell. Let me hold him up.
Bad.
He's got this little like special nose bark.
I love that about him.
Not a lot of people have that, so he's unique in that way. Aw, Bean. It's so funny. When we're mad at him, we call him Benjamin. We're like, Benjamin!
That's funny.
It's like you gotta like whip out the long.
I swear, I still remember the day. I think we had like a sub or something, and he like jumped on the counter and was like eating one of our subs. I'll never forget this cat just straight up taking the sandwich.
He's brazen. Bean has gotten more brazen in his older age. He like wants what he wants. And like if we're eating steak, he goes into like a frenzy. His eyes get black, like kind of like a vampire. And he just goes into this like frenzy of like, gotta have it. And he'll legit like try to jump up on the table right where the kids' food
and you
is.
wouldn't think he could even do that because he weighs so much.
I know. He's pretty versatile with his body weight for how much he can physically do. It's pretty shocking. Earwax cleaning is so satisfying. Okay, well then,
no.
Excuse me for saying it was weird. I personally don't feel satisfied, but I will say this, and this is really funny, and Wendy's going to think it's funny too. I was scrolling the other night, and I happened upon this ASMR video, and I actually thought it was very calming. Her name is Whispering Willows ASMR. And I was like, this is calming. And she's not like the creepy, like big nails on this giant thing. She just does, I don't know, like really calming things. And I was like, I get why people like it. Because usually I just feel like they're so weird.
Addison does that all the time. She'll be like, look, Mom, ASMR.
Yeah. Like when I first got TikTok, I remember my entire feed was nothing but creepy ASMR. And I was like, this is weird. But now I'm like, this could be done tastefully. It could be done well. Shane said he is out of here after you said that. Are you talking about earwax or ASMR?
That or popping zits or
honestly, well,
cracking. It could have been any of them.
Yeah, I was going to say it came in very recently, so it had to be something we were like just talking about. I need that hit me guy. Menopause and lack of sleep is no joke. Literally, he does like. It is weird. And what's even weirder is like, I don't think that people are always caught. Like he's just like, boom, and they just fall over. And they fall over almost in a way that's like this slow. Like it's just very strange. What kind of magic is this? His nose is cute. My guy was so chunky, 20 pounds. Okay, so yes. And you said must be their genetics. Are his toe pads still pink? Let's see. Yes, they are. Proof.
He's so cute.
He's so cute.
He's seriously one of the cutest cats I've ever seen.
He is. And he'll get cuddly with you if you stay like with him long enough.
I don't know what it is, but we always get gray cats. I'm like, why do we never branch out? It's just, they always draw me in.
It's like that smoky gray. Everybody likes a smoky gray
cat. I've always wanted a different color because we just always get the same. I wanted an orange cat, but then I saw that cat come up on Facebook and it was free. and it needed a home, and I was like, "Look how cute she
I
is."
saw that, and yeah, okay, so sadly,
I wonder if I saw that picture.
we had a cat like that, that was a ginger that showed up on our front door, and it was right after we had lost our ginger cat, so Tyler was
Mhm.
very, like, emotionally distraught, and I felt like he didn't wanna replace him, so he said no to us keeping him. Don't worry, we did rehome him, and I forget what we named him. I think it was just Ginger, and it was, like, around
I
Christmas.
want an orange cat, and I wanna name it Garfield.
Garfield, that's so cute. I love that. But hopefully she's not watching, but we regifted the cat to somebody who named it the weirdest name I've ever heard in my life. Light bulb.
Light bulb?
They literally let their toddler, I guess, name the cat, and he named him Light bulb. And
That's so funny.
I was like, that's
I'm gonna try
interesting.
to find that picture.
Yeah, I love gingers are called tabby cats, right? Am I wrong? Maybe I am. I'm gonna look it up.
Ginger, no, I think it's the gray ones.
Tabby cats are gray. Let me
I
see.
think.
I'm gonna look. And you're right. A tabby cat is gray. Gingers are orange. I love them. Well, I have one more sprint in me. Let me go to the banners while you look for that.
Okay.
I'm thinking about going to like the 45, like not a super long one.
Sounds good. Let me
Or
see if
maybe
I
we
can
can
find
even
it.
go to the 50.
I feel like I'm close. I have too many pictures.
I don't remember how to do the ticker. Oh, wait. Okay. Read until. Did you find the picture?
I'm getting closer. If it's not here, I must have not saved it, but I don't know why I wouldn't save it. It's adorable.
Aww.
Okay, wait.
I love kitties. They're so cute.
She's so cute. I can't take it.
I love your cat though. Like even though I never see him or her, I forget it's her, Hazel, right? I never see her. It's fine. She's always hiding from me.
She's just like literally. I just feel like she was the cutest kitten. Hold on.
Aww.
Ever. It's so hard to like not glare.
She is so cute. Oh, they're just so like poofy on their face when they're
She was so furry. Like when we first saw her, she was so furry. And she's getting big. Like I wonder if she's mixed with a Maine Coon because she is getting huge.
Ooh.
And she climbs like I've never had a cat climb like her. We always had cats that were bush cats, and she's for sure a tree cat. And her cat tree, she will just claw up the entire side.
Oh my god.
She doesn't use like the steps that help you. Like she literally climbs it.
Like a wildcat.
Yes. She's like a tiger.
That's crazy. Our friend, we have a friend named Morgan, and she has a cat. Her name is Luna. She actually jumps in the bathtub with our friend. Like she's a cat who loves water.
Oh yeah. All my cats have liked water.
Weird. Like I've never had a cat that likes water, but like she'll jump in the bathtub when she's in there, and I'm like, how does that happen? Like my cat would like those cats on TikTok that like go up to the edge of a pool and touch it and then like pounce up in the air and go crazy. And
have you tried a cucumber with your cat?
I did a long time ago when it first came out, like forever ago, I think.
I've always wanted to try that, but I've seen so many funny videos.
I tell you what, nothing makes me laugh like a good cat getting a scary video.
It's so funny.
They're
Cats
so funny,
are just the best videos.
I did try that though. Have you ever tried throwing sliced cheese on your cat's face?
No.
It was a TikTok trend that went around for a long time where you would like throw cheese, like just like Kraft cheese on a cat's face, and they do something That's
hilarious.
So there's that too. It's so funny. My favorite is there's one TikTok, and maybe I'll find it one day and show you, but it's where this one cat is trying to like tiptoe into the kitchen to not wake up the dog, and the dog puts his head up, and the cat lunges and just starts going crazy and bounces off everything and then bounces into another cat. And it's like pure chaos. And the owner of the animals is just sitting there at the counter, like completely shocked.
I'm telling you, cats have the best reactions.
They really do. All right, let's get to reading. I'm going to turn this on here and let's go to the 50.
Sounds good.
Hello.
Hi.
Did you get a lot read?
No.
Me either. I will say Bean, like, because I have him on my lap still. Let me see if I can show you. He literally was like, when I wasn't petting him, he was like nudging me, like, pet me. And it was so cute. He's just in like a cuddly mood. So I was just like cuddling Bean. And I was scrolling. And if my one friend is still here that was talking about the summer in the city, I was showing Wendy the spam that I get because I was scrolling. And then once again, here's the same lady. Summer.
Your phone's listening to you now.
It really is listening. Like, it's so, and even like sometimes I feel like it reads my like subconscious thoughts because I'll just be like scrolling and I'm like, oh yeah, that's something I was thinking about like 5 months ago. It's very strange. Or like
That's so funny.
it like taps into what you're not like you're thinking, but you're not saying. Like the other day I was thinking to myself, like, I really need to get a new bag, like a crescent, what are they called? Croissant bags or whatever. They're really cute. And then all of a sudden they start showing up in my feed. And I'm like, I literally never talked about this. They're not, I said croissant. They're called crescent bags, not croissant bags.
I thought like maybe this is a new thing that I don't know about. That's so funny.
Not croissant bags, crescent bags. They're the ones that are like really long. Anyway, maybe I'm hungry. Actually, I'm not hungry because I had Mexican, and I don't know about you guys, but Mexican fills me up. Like if I eat Mexican, say in like, I don't know, the middle, like 4:00, I will not be hungry the rest of the day. Like it fills you up so much. All right. Did you say you didn't get anything read, right? So we have nothing to talk
like 3 or 4 pages.
I honestly didn't do anything. So you're
so productive this time around.
You're better than me. Jen read another 12 pages. I wish I could ask you where you're at in the sprint without spoiling, like what scene are you at? But I feel like it would probably spoil. So for other people, I don't care. But I want to know your thoughts. Love when you guys host sprints together. It's always such a fun time. Oh, thank you. That makes me so happy. I love it too. And I know it's weird because I'm like never on here, but like doing my own sprints, I'm usually on Wendy's sprints. More. I know I need to do it more. Actually, I really do. So I can get my watch hours up.
And actually read.
I know. And actually read. I did good the first sprint and even some of the second. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Weren't you supposed to be reading Daisy Hates?
Well, I didn't do that. I just stuck with, I have been noticing that when I actually try to read multiple books at the same time, I like my ending ratio is so low. Like I never finish it. So I'm trying to like finish this book. Then I'm going to move on. Daisy Hates. I have the audiobook now. I'm going to get that done. I was loving it. So I need to like finish all these series that I have been in the middle of. It's crazy. I just joined right before this last sprint. I got through the first 17 pages of Daisy Hates. Yay. The Great Undoing. I'm so happy for you. That's awesome.
Oh, that might be the 4th one.
I was going to say that's not the Daisy. Yeah, that's like the 4th one. I think The Long Way Home is the last one, right? And is that
The Long Way Home is the 3rd? No, you're right.
Yeah, I feel like that's the very last one. And I don't know if that's Magnolia's story or whose story it is.
They all get so similar. I get confused.
Yeah. Have you continued on? No, you're not on book 3.
No, I had the library book and then I had to return it because I ran out of time. So I have to wait till it comes back.
If I actually read all the things that I secure in Libby and Hoopla, I would like literally be killing it every year. But I never get around to it.
The Long Way Home is the 3rd one.
Oh.
Magnolia Parks. And then there's Daisy Hates the Great Undoing. Then there's Magnolia Parks Into the Dark.
Into the Dark is what I was thinking of. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That's the one with like the ship or something. I'm speaking of
the ship's the 3rd one.
Well, I'm just wrong. I give up.
Go get your croissant.
I know. Speaking of the word dark, I was watching, that's a weird segue. I was watching Haley Phom's latest video, and she actually goes to visit the Book of the Month headquarters, and their editor, who chooses pretty much all of the books, recommended her favorite book. And her favorite book was Wild Dark Shore that just came out. I think it was this month or last.
I feel like you like to read like her. She's the one that liked Ministry of Time.
Yes. So I'm really going to give that a try. I think it was Haley said it was immediately fast paced, super good. And it's like sci-fi ish because I mean, I hate reading about climate change, but it has a climate change aspect where they're on this like desolate post apocalyptic island to where like they have to survive and they have to protect all these seeds, and they're in charge of keeping the seed bank protected. And it sounds super boring, but she said it was like really, really good. I know it sounds
I
pretty
did
boring.
request that forever ago. I'm sure it'll be another month before I get it.
I actually got approved for that. So on NetGalley.
Look at you.
I know. I'm really excited, probably because they saw that I liked Ministry of Time and they're like, well, we'll just throw it at her. So I'm very excited about that. Thank you so much for sprints. Thank you, Grandma Susan, for always being here. Bean has gotten so big since you found him in Vietnam. I know Anna remembers when he was tiny when she visited Vietnam. I showed him to Shane and he was like, wow, because he was so tiny in Vietnam. You found him shortly before we came on that trip. Yes. So Bean, another fun fact, when we were taking him for Vietnam to America, we had to basically put him on like an intermittent fasting schedule because he had to be 10 pounds and no more to ride on the plane with us. And he was at the time like 13 or 14 pounds. So we like put him on a diet, and then he got super lean enough to ride in, the airplane with us. When he got to America, just like everyone does, he just like was living his best life and overeating. And I swear he's now like close to 20 pounds. Like he is such a big cat. So he is huge, a big bundle. We do sell croissant bags. Oh, good. Is it? I feel like it could be both. Maybe I'm actually not wrong. Maybe I'm going to look it up. Croissant bags or croissant bags?
I expect you to actually buy a croissant bag now.
Like
I better see it.
This is a crescent bag, but I wonder if there's actually a croissant bag. How do you spell croissant?
Well, she has it right there.
Oh my gosh. I'm tired. Can you tell? Croissant bag. Let's see. Oh, there actually is. Okay.
Are you gonna buy one?
No. Okay. So what I was actually meaning to say was, like I said, crescent bag, but croissant bags are a thing. Now I feel a little bit less stupid, except for the fact that it was written right there and I was looking up the spelling. Made it to the halfway point of my book. Awesome job, Kirsten.
I'm jealous you work at Jellycat. Do you get a discount on them?
Ooh.
Because they're so expensive.
Also, if you
because I really want some, but I'm like, it's a lot of money.
If you have an employee discount, can you tell us what it is? we can use it. My friend, she used to, I forget which friend it was. That's how long ago it was. But she used to work at Bath and Body Works, and she would use her employee discount to get me things. It was so great. I read another 20 pages, almost halfway through the book already. That's awesome, Megan. I swear, just at first glance, you almost look like our friend Megan that we're with all the time, just the dark glasses. It's annoying that Magnolia Park series is no longer on KU. Was it on KU?
I didn't know it was ever on KU.
Oh, because that would have saved everyone a lot of money.
Yeah. Would have saved me a lot of time.
I know, a lot of time for you. That's pretty cool. I feel like the most shocking thing to happen this year is that they put Fourth Wing and like Iron and Flame and everything on KU. And I'm like, wow.
Yeah, that was shocking.
I feel like
I will say there's a lot of fantasy they put on KU.
I would say most of it is fantasy.
I think it's because they're such large books that they know that we'll end up buying the physical and the Kindle.
Yeah.
Because it's just easier.
I mean, unless you're not really a book girly, unless you're buying like the audio, the Kindle, and the physical for everybody.
I swear, if it's on KU, I will have both.
I know. It's crazy. Like I often think to myself, like, there have been times where I've not only bought the physical, but I've used my credit or I have bought the audiobook too. And I'm like, I have bought this book 3 different ways.
I know. I'm like, I have a problem.
Yeah. There was actually one time I bought the Kindle, I bought the audiobook and the physical. And I was like, this is just wasteful. This is really bad. That's how you know you're addicted. It's actually Paper Source that I work at. And we do get a discount on some sort of some sort on Jellycat, I think 30%, but the real perk is that we get a 50% discount on books at Barnes & Noble. That's amazing.
Awesome.
Is Paper Source or Pape Source? I think it's Paper Source. Isn't that like the pins? Or that's Paper Mate? What's Paper Source? I want to look this up. I want to know.
Pape. It's Pape Source.
Did you think
unless you meant to say Paper Source?
I feel like I've never heard of Pape Source. Sounds like type of sore. It actually is
back to the zit popping conversation.
It's actually Paper Source. So cool. If you didn't know, I actually have a preferred paper company that like makes paper products like and journals and all kinds of things and pens. It's the Rifle Paper Company. And they are absolutely phenomenal for like beautiful, like floral journals, pens, any kind of journaling stuff. So you should definitely check them out. I bet you can find them on Paper Source. All right. Well, I better go to bed and you better too, because we're
both tired.
We're both a bit tired. I forgot how to spell croissant. And then even though I saw it there, I read it croissant in my head. I was like, what's a croissant? Yes, we sell a ton of rifles. See, look up Rifle Paper. It is so, so good. I love it so much. All right, friends, the 13 of you that joined and stayed super long. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Happy reading, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.